and this might be going off topic, but this kind of just came to me. But um, I feel like I go to church, and more so than ever, it's hard to not see. I try not to like pay attention to this stuff, but it's hard to not notice, the lack of reverence that you see like every week at church. And I don't know. What do you think, Ricky? Do you think this stems from like pride or something? It's like a sense of pride, or just like who am like how it's like to get on one knee, in front of a cross, in front of what is supposed to be Jesus. There's like it could be belief, it could be a lack of belief, lack of faith, but also maybe a sense of pride in that aspect where you can't like lower yourselves to that moment to understand that that's like Christ truly present.
I think you're right. I think there is, generally speaking, a great lack of reverence, especially, I mean, we live in America, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For all the views, wherever you might be. And I think there is such a difficulty in our own lives to set aside 1 hour of the week, or whatever faith tradition you come from, whether it be 1 hour, a couple hours, to just spend some time with the Lord. Like, it's literally, that's what he asks of us, to keep the Sabbath holy, is literally just to spend 1 hour in devotion and full attention to him. And we lack the ability to do that. It's kind of crazy. So it is incredible that Paul starts off this scripture speaking about humility, but he's calling himself a prisoner of the Lord. Yeah. Like in some translations of some letters, he talks about himself almost as a slave to the Lord. Yeah. Which might be a little uncomfortable, especially with today's connotation of the word slave. But in the way that he meant it, it's almost like my will means nothing in the grand scheme of like who I am, who I'm being called to be, as he continues on. So like you were saying before, Age, with when in regards to reverence, if we are really giving ourselves over to this faith, if we're dying to ourselves, like we really need to be able to set aside our own egos in order to humble ourselves to follow the teachings that Christ left us, and one of those days is to keep the Sabbath day holy, just as an example, like you mentioned. But we're called to be prisoners of the Lord in the best possible connotation, you know?
I'll never be alone, I'm with you. You're closer to my heart than I knew.